How liquids float. Liquids can float and sink just as solids can. This can be done because liquids have different levels of density. A substance with a lower density weighs less than the same volume of substance with a higher density. An object or liquid will float only in a liquid more dense than itself. You will need colored water, sugar syrup, vegetable oil, a large container, a selection of objects to float. We will use a nut, a grape, and a slice of tomato. Pour the sugar syrup carefully into the container until it is a quarter full. Pour the same amount of vegetable oil slowly into the container. Now, add the same amount of colored water. You will notice that the three liquids in the container separate into 3 layers and float on each other. Now, add the objects we have selected to try to float. Remember, you can choose other objects as well and see the difference. The objects will sink until they reach a liquid of a higher density than themselves. On reaching that high density liquid, the object starts floating on it, resulting in objects floating at different levels. You will notice that water is more dense than the oil, but less dense than the syrup. The grape is more dense than the water, but less dense than the syrup. So, we can conclude saying that each liquid has its own density. The liquids were assembled in order from highest to lowest density. So remember, science is not just science, it's art.